Hi, so the footage you are seeing right now is from the K7 INNOVV K7 dash cam, the front camera, and as you can clearly see, I did a mistake of mounting the camera just under the headlight where there was this plastic covering under the headlight. I mean, two people have very quickly pointed this out to me, and I immediately switched the camera position after doing this run and watching this footage. Of course, there's the learning. The first one is that you should consider the sag of the bike whenever mounting cameras, because I mounted it, checked the angle and the positioning on my phone without anyone sitting on the bike. So the suspension was not loaded. The moment you sit on the bike, the suspension gets loaded, and there you go. The number plate is clearly visible. And every time I did hit any small kind of bump on the road, it was too close to the fender, so I would have definitely damaged it if had I hit any big potholes on the road, which is not very uncommon on Indian highways. So to make sure nothing happens, I immediately switch the camera position. So here is a beautiful view. One more drive I went on after switching the camera positioning, and yes, this was a beautiful drive to this particular dam. So here is the bike, GSX-8r, my GSX-8r. So as you can see, what I have done is I switched the front camera position from down under, I left a small hole, it doesn't really bother me, to up here near the rear view mirror screws. So this was quite a project because the screws which are there to hold your rear view mirror doesn't have enough space to install the L bracket. So I had to do some brainstorming, and then I figured out, wait a minute, I have spare screws left from the engine. Basically what happened when I installed the T-Rex Racing engine guards, I had to remove the factory screws from the engine, and one of those screws, actually two of them, were perfect size, perfect fit, with a little bit of extra spacing to install the L bracket. And lucky me, I simply installed that screw. Yes, it looks a little bit odd. Maybe later on, if I get a Allen screw of the same size, I would switch it, but for now it's a perfect fit. It works pretty well, and the dash cam behind was perfect from the get-go. I just had to tighten it a little bit, position it properly. One thing I learned is that you have to make sure the INNOVV branding on the cameras have to be straight. If they aren't, you can get a crooked look. And this is the footage from the front cam after installing it on the top, and that's footage from the rear cam. Say a little bit hi to the Indian cattle on my drive to this beautiful dam. So as you can see, the footage came out pretty clear. There was not much of loss of quality, but if only you're riding on good roads. If you're riding on bumpy roads like this little bit offbeat track, which I had to take because there was a diversion on the road, there was road works going on, you lose a lot of detail. I would suggest enabling the electronic image stabilization option available, but then your quality shoots down to 1080p. So that's, I think, a fair bargain, because if it's too bouncy, it's better to have a little bit of stabilization and lose a little bit of detail, because end of the day that's more important for a dash cam. Yes, if you have good roads and the roads are absolutely smooth, you don't have to worry about image stabilization. If the camera is mounted at a particular place where there aren't much vibrations, you wouldn't have any difficulty. As you can see, the rear was still moving a little bit because it was on the tail end. The front was pretty much stable, not much of vibrations there, thanks to the vibration dampening rubber mats under the rear view camera, the rear view mirrors. Here is the footage from the night ride. Again, the front view camera was good, stable, good amount of detail was captured. The rear view camera struggled a little bit because of the headlights of the other vehicles which are behind me, but that's fine, because if they come close, the details would still be captured according to me. So that's it. That's at least my review of the K7 INNOVV dash cam. It's a pretty good investment, I guess, for safety and also for getting some good footage. Thank you for watching the video. Have a good day.